Hi fellow investors, welcome to the channel. Recently, some of the penny stocks has given a good technical breakouts and provided huge returns to most of the investors. Whoever following our channel were invested in a very good, strong penny stocks and gained more in profits from the small penny companies, including me. Currently, in this video, we are going to discuss and analyze about 4 penny stocks which has a huge potential to grow in future as per my in-depth technical as well as the fundamental analysis. These 4 companies I have already recommended in past a month back, which where I see these companies has given a good technical breakouts and provided more returns for all the investors. I see a very strong potential technical breakouts again, and these 4 stocks are going to be in the next bull run just before Diwali. So I want you to keep these 4 stocks under your radar and make sure you enter exactly at the very right and the best bargaining price to gain more in profits from these companies. If anyone wants to know more in details about the fundamentals of these 4 companies, I have provided and I have done a detailed fundamental analysis and I have provided those videos on the same channel, and I'm going to provide you the links of those 4 companies, the in-depth fundamental analysis. So I want you to go ahead and watch those videos if you really want to know more in depth of the fundamentals. But when it comes into the technical analysis, these 4 companies are in a very strong technical patterns which where I see a very strong potential growth and the potential breakouts are going to be happen again in these 4 penny companies. These 4 companies are very strong in fundamental, as I have done a detailed fundamental analysis which includes the market capital, book value, face value, price to earnings ratio, earnings per share ratio, as well as the net profits and the quarterly results and the annual results and the shareholding patterns and compound sales growth, compound profit growth and the return on equity. These 4 companies, even though they are penny companies which are trading just below 50 rupees, but still they are having a very good shareholding pattern, and those profits were tremendously increasing on a quarter by quarter basis as well as on a year by year basis from the past 3 years. These companies are very good in strong technical pattern right now, which is going to go on break and will give us a good returns in the future just before Diwali. These 4 technical patterns which are forming right now is a bullish pennant pattern as well as a bullish flag pattern, parallel channel pattern and ascending triangle pattern. These 4 patterns are one of the best in technical analysis, which where I see a very strong potential depth for these 4 technical patterns and which will go and break these 4 stocks and will reach into the new higher zones, which where we will get more in profits in a very short span of time. So I want you to keep these 4 stocks under your radar and make sure you enter exactly at the very right and the best price to gain more profits from these 4 companies. I want you to please watch this video at the end without skipping any part, so that you could able to understand clearly what are these 4 stocks and how strong is those technical patterns and where exactly that we need to enter again and how much are the profits which we are going to gain in return within a very short span of time. I noticed that most of the viewers who are watching the videos are not yet subscribed. I would request you to please subscribe my channel so that you will get a notification whenever I posted videos on the breakout stocks. As we all know that the breakout point is very important if we really want to gain more in profits from the stock market. We need to consider 2 things. One is the entry point as well as the exit point. In all my videos, I'm clearly explaining in-depth technical analysis and I'm providing you the detailed technical points like the entry point, stop loss and the exit point and the target levels as well. So I want you to please make sure you watch the videos completely, and the second part of this video is going to be the in-depth technical analysis on my screen. I'm going to take you to my screen. I will show you exactly where to enter and where to book the profits and how long that we need to travel and where we need to keep the stop loss, as these are the penny stocks. So I would request you to please keep a strict stop loss. Thank you very much for watching this video, and please make sure you focus on the technical analysis. If you really want to gain more in profits from the stock market, either you need to enter exactly at the very right breakout point and gain more in profits when the stocks has given a huge breakout. Very much again, please consider subscribing my channel. Have a happy, healthy, wealthy and successful life. Jai Hind. Hi fellow investors, welcome back to the channel. In this video we are going to discuss about 4 penny stocks. One is Andrew Yule and Company Limited. Another one is Infibeam Avenues, SBC Export Limited and IOB. I have done a detailed fundamental analysis on those 4 companies and I have posted those videos on the same channel. You could able to go ahead and check those fundamentals and you could able to understand how strong is those companies when it comes into the revenues and the business. Today in this video we are going to discuss in-depth technical analysis, which where I see a very strong potential breakouts which are going to be happened again. these four stocks has given a tremendous profits. Whoever following our channel were invested into these four companies and gain more in returns from these four penny stocks. And again, I see a very strong potential breakouts as per my in-depth technical analysis. I see that the potential patterns which are forming right now are one of the best in the technical chart patterns. When we compare it with the past breakouts, which where I see a very strong and 2 times the potential breakouts which are going to be happen in these four companies. Let's discuss the Infibeam avenues first. If you see this company's stock which I have recommended exactly at the price, which where I see that this exactly here, this company stock was continuously in a downtrend. I see a very strong potential entry and the potential breakout which is going to be happen on this company. So the reason I have requested all our fellow investors to enter into the stock exactly over here, which were in between 12 rupees to 13 rupees. And this stock has given a tremendous breakout with a heavy green candle and with a heavy volume. If you could able to see it on my screen, the charts which you are seeing on my screen here are a daily charts. In the daily chart, you could able to see it clearly that this stock has given a tremendous breakout with a heavy volume which is almost like 205 million volume in one day. This stock was continuously in a downtrend from a longer period of time, and this downtrend was broke with a heavy volume and with a heavy green candle. Currently again, this stock is consolidating once after a heavy breakout with a heavy volume. This stock is exactly consolidating again in a bullish ascending symmetrical triangle pattern. This pattern, whatever which you are seeing here, is nothing but an ascending symmetrical triangle pattern. This ascending symmetrical triangle pattern is one of the best in the technical chart patterns. You could be able to see it clearly that this stock has given a huge tremendous breakout here from the downtrend line. Once after a heavy breakout, this stock is exactly given a back-to-back heavy green candles with a heavy volume over here. Once after a heavy bull run was completed, this penny stock is again consolidating in between a small pennant over here. This pattern is one of the best in technical chart pattern, and this pattern is nothing but an ascending symmetrical triangle pattern. This ascending symmetrical triangle pattern is going to be consolidated a little bit over here until within this pattern, which where I see a very strong potential breakout and like this, and this stock will go and reach new higher zones, which is going to be more than at least 30 rupees. Currently this stock is exactly trading at 17.75 rupees, and the best entry in this stock is going to be over here, which is exactly in between 17 rupees to 17.25 rupees, and the stop loss is going to be over here below, which is going to be in between 16 rupees to 16.45 rupees, and the target one is going to be 19 rupees, and the target 2 is going to be 25 rupees, and the target 3 is going to be 30 rupees, which is within very short span of time, which is going to be just before Diwali. I am sure that this ascending symmetrical triangle pattern is going to break in very soon and will give us a good returns in the future. So whoever missed to enter into this stock earlier, there is another opportunity right now, so that we could be able to enter exactly at the very right and the best price and gain more in profits from this company. And the other stock which we are going to discuss today is SBC Exports Limited. I have done a detailed fundamental as well as the technical analysis video on this company, and I have requested all of our fellow investors to enter into the stock exactly over here, which is going to be 20 rupees. Once after our analysis, this stock has given a tremendous breakout with a back-to-back green candles. If we could able to see it here, this stock was given a tremendous breakout from those parallel channel. This stock was continuously in a upward momentum. See, if you see this chart is nothing but a daily chart. You could able to see it clearly that this stock was continuously in an upward momentum. The reason which where we could able to see in higher highs, which where the stock is going and breaking the new higher zones and again consolidating a little bit and again going and breaking into the new higher zones, which are back-to-back green candles. So I see a very strong potential entry and the potential breakout which is going to be happening in this company. So the reason I have done a detailed analysis and I have requested all of our fellow investors to enter into the stock. Even I have invested into this stock heavily, which I bought 30,000 stocks, and I have already booked the profits. The profits which I got in return, which is almost like more than 87% ROI. And again, I see a very strong potential entry, which is exactly in this stock. So I am thinking of investing again into this stock, which where I see that this potential entry is going to be happen over here. This pattern which you are seeing over here is nothing but a bullish flag pattern. You could able to see it clearly, a strong flag, which where again this back to back green and the red candles are consolidating in a parallel channel, which where we see both the buyers and the sellers are trying to make an upper hand on this company. So the best entry into this stock is going to be over here, which is exactly at in between 23.90 rupees to 24 rupees, and the stop loss is going to be just below this one, which is exactly at 23 rupees is the stop loss, and the target one is going to be exactly at 28 rupees, and the target 2 is going to be 35 rupees, and the target 3 is going to be 50 rupees. This stock is at an all-time high, which is consolidating exactly at a very strong support line, which where you could able to see it clearly here. This is a very strong support line for this company. That is where this stock was trying to break this support line a long back, which where it just reverse again into this strong higher high line, and again this stock has given a tremendous breakout above the support line right now, and again these back-to-back candles are consolidating just above a very strong support line. So I'm sure that this bullish flag pattern which is going to be break, and this stock is going to go and reach new higher zones, which is going to be more than 50 rupees in near future, which is going to be happen within 3 months of time. So I want you to keep this stock under our radar and make sure you enter exactly at the right price. I want you to watch these videos twice at least, so that you could be able to understand where exactly that you need to enter, how long that you need to travel, where exactly that you need to keep the strict stop loss. And the other company which we are going to discuss today is Yule and Company Limited. You could be able to see it clearly that this stock was continuously in a parallel channel for a long period of time. You could be able to see it like both the buyers and the sellers over here are trying to make an upper hand on the stock, which where this stock was continuously in a parallel channel from a longer period of time. Once after a heavy consolidation is done, this stock has given a tremendous breakout out from the parallel channel with a heavy volume, which is almost like 16 million volume in one day. This volume has never been happened into this company. This company is a very small penny company, so a 16 million volume is really a very high for this stock. So once after a heavy momentum and a heavy breakout from this parallel channel, again this stock is consolidating in a strong parallel channel and above just a very strong support line, which where you could able to see it clearly here. This line which you are seeing over here is a very strong support line. This strong support line, this strong line which were this stock has trying to break this strong line, and they has failed, and again this stock is exactly consolidating above this very strong support line by breaking with a strong green candle and with a heavy volume. This pattern which you are seeing over here is nothing but a bullish flag pattern, which where you could able to see it clearly a pole, and again a consolidation back to back green and the red candles within a parallel channel, and this channel is going to break over here and then will reach into the new higher zones. Currently this stock is exactly trading at 35.35 rupees, and the best entry into this company is going to be over here exactly at in between 34 to 34.50, and the target one is going to be 40 rupees, and the target 2 is going to be 50 rupees, and the target 3 is going to be 60 rupees within a very short span of time. So please keep this stock under your radar. Make sure you enter exactly at the very right and the best bargaining price. And the other stock which we are going to discuss today is IOB, Indian Overseas Bank. I have done a detailed fundamental as well as the technical analysis on this company as well, and I have requested all our fellow investors to enter into the stock exactly over here, which where we see a very strong breakout from a very strong resistance line. This resistance line now became a support line. This stock has tried to break this strong resistance line over here, which were failed, and again this stock has given a tremendous breakout from this very strong resistance line with a heavy green candle and with a heavy volume. This volume is one of the best in Indian Overseas Bank. Once after, this stock has given a tremendous back-to-back green candles with a heavy positive momentum. Again the stock is consolidating in between the parallel channel, which where you could able to see it clearly on my screen that both the buyers and the sellers are trying to make an upper hand on the stock. And this pattern, whatever which you are seeing on my screen, is a bullish flag pattern, which is where like you could be able to see it a strong pole and the back to back green and the red candles, meaning like the buyers and the sellers are trying to be accumulate within the parallel channel, and this parallel channel is going to break over here with a strong volume as well as with a strong candle, and then we'll reach into the new higher zones. The best entry into this company right now is going to be, currently this stock is exactly trading at 46.75 rupees, and the best entry is over here, which is going to be 42.50 to 43 rupees, and the target 1 is going to be 60 rupees, and the target 2 is going to be 80 rupees, and the target 3 is going to be 100 rupees. All these 4 stocks are penny stocks which are trading as just below 50 rupees, which has a huge potential to grow in future as per my in-depth technical analysis. These 4 stock patterns which we are seeing right now are a very strong bullish patterns which are going to go and break just before Diwali, and will reach into the new higher zones, which where we could able to gain more in profits from these penny companies. So all our fellow investors, please keep these stocks under your radar and make sure enter, gain more in profits from these companies. These are the 4 penny stocks, so I want you to keep the strict stop loss as well, because when it comes to the penny stock, there is a huge momentum which is going to be happen when the stock is going to go and break those patterns and will reach into the new higher zones. We could able to gain more in profits, which is more than 30x or 40x profits. When the stock is going to go in a reverse side, then there is a huge loss is going to be happen as well. So I want you to keep the strict stop loss for all these 4 penny stocks and gain more in returns from these 4 stocks when these technical patterns are going to be a breakout. I would request all our fellow investors, please consider subscribing my channel. Subscription is a free for you, but it will give me a more motivation and a more dedication to do more analysis and post those videos on the same channel. Thank you very much. Again, have a happy, healthy, wealthy and successful life. Jai Hind.